Hey Team Electronics and Coding. Okay, so today's screencast is an introduction to libraries. Libraries are a way to extend the range of functions that you have access to when you are coding any sort of sensor or actuator. And what do I mean by that? Well, the Arduino has, or C++ has a bunch of built-in functions. For example, digital read, digital write, analog read, analog write. These are functions that we can use, and when we write them, the program knows exactly what we're talking about. They are pre-existing functions in the C++ programming language. However, in order to not take up too much space on the Arduino, only some functions are built into that program. And if we want to add some different sensors or different actuators, and we want to use code that is pre-existing to control them, we can install a library. So we are going to be using this in an upcoming sketch, or two upcoming sketches, I guess. We're going to use the LCD screen, which is a liquid crystal display. It's a little screen that can display numbers or text. You're going to see it and be like, oh yeah, I've seen these before. And then we're also going to use the library to control a servo motor, which is a different type of motor, a little bit different than your DC motor. It can only rotate 180 degrees rather than 360. But there are tons of different libraries. So this is the Arduino reference library here, and you can find libraries for controlling all sorts of different components with your Arduino. We are specifically interested in the liquid crystal library. So I will hyperlink this link into the next activity that you do. But whenever you're installing a library, you go online, and usually you want to go to the latest release of the library. It's going to download as a zip file, and this zip file is, you do not want to unzip it. So you're going to take the zip file. I think it's easier if you move the zip file to the desktop, and then you go open Arduino. And up here in Sketch, you're going to see this that says Include Library. Now, there are some libraries that are pre-existing on the already, but if you want to install a new one, you say add.zip library. And then it's going to give you an option to add the library, say OK, and I'm going to add the liquid, and so that says library added to your libraries, check include library menu. So to include a library, there are a couple different ways to do it. Maybe the easiest one is to say include library and then go down here to liquid crystal, and if you do that, it says #include liquidcrystal.h. So now all of the additional functions that Liquid Crystal has stored or pre-encoded are accessible to us. So you'll see in class, actually after break, that we're going to use some new functions, and if we don't include the library, the Arduino will not know what these functions mean, and if we do include the library and we give it this additional set of functions, then we can use them in our sketch. Okay, that's all.